First of all, we got something in common. You went to Wash U in St. Louis, right?
Yeah.
I'm from St. Louis.
No way. I lived in Creve Coeur, Olivet, East St.
Oh, you,
Louis, and
you know,
Scott
you
Air
know,
Force
East St.
Base.
Louis is not in Missouri. You know that.
It's no, it's not. It's in Illinois. But I also lived, neither is Scott Air Force Base, but it's right on the other side of the river. So I lived
Okay,
on both sides of the
here.
river.
Okay, all right. You really did live in St. Louis. You lived in more cities than I did when I lived there. But let me just say this. If I had a professor that looked like you when I was in school, I would have had shenanigans to it. That's all I'm gonna say. I would have had shenanigans too, straight up. There is this line. I want to ask you about this line though. There's this line that you say in the course of you teaching. You say hospitality comes with holding one's attention even in crisis, and attention is the rarest, purest form of generosity. What does that mean for you?
I think that means that for there to be true connection between people, right, there needs to be focus, there needs to be attention. And attention is an energy, it's not a passive thing. Attention is something you give, attention is something you receive. And I think when you encounter it in life, whether it be with another person or it can be with a piece of art, but when these two characters encounter each other, they have each other's attention. They are conjoined in that way. And it's all up here, you know.
Okay, you such a deep brother. That's why I like your work. That's why I like you, Peter Sarsgaard. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Um, Marriage is hard enough with the everyday thing that comes with it, with your relationship, the relationship with the relationship with the kids to both of you. But what is it like being in a situation where you're working together and you're in that respect, not as actors, but are helming the project and having to be in each other's face that way all day long and having to do sex scenes in front of your wife? I'm just saying, that's a lot going on.
That I recommend for everyone. Um, it'll really like clear the air, I guess. Um, the person that I had to think about the most with the sex stuff was not my wife. Obviously, it was Jessie Buckley. My wife and I've been together 20 years. We're as solid as could be. So like it was really a matter of like having that be a trusting, decent environment. Making the film, we were truly, truly fortunate people. We were shooting on an island in Greece. The person that I had to think about the most with the sex stuff was not my wife. Obviously, it was Jessie Buckley. My wife and I've been together 20 years. We're as solid as could be. So like it was really a matter of like having that be a trusting, decent environment. Making the film, we were truly, truly fortunate people. We were shooting on an island in Greece. All of us quarantined for 14 days. You couldn't leave the island, and we hung out together for the entire process of making this movie as a family. And I'm just so thankful, deeply thankful for the experience of making it. And so, yeah, when Maggie was at work, I mean, sometimes I would frequently ride my bike around this island. It would take me about 2 hours. And I would stop at one of the places where they were filming. It was really one main road that went around it. And I'd visit for maybe 15 minutes, but I really didn't want to visit the set too much. I wanted to be like only there to work when I was working, not to be like some other artistic presence. And I mean, we share each other with each other artistically, but to have her be the sole powerful person on set. And then I would just go back and hang out with my daughters. And I got to say, I'm like, a lot of the time, I'm somebody that would rather be with my kids, So we had a blast. I mean, they didn't start school till 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And they'd go until 10 o'clock at night because they're on Zoom. So in the morning, I would just hang out with my kids and go walk around, look at places together and play music together, do whatever we were going to do. And they go to school, and then I could ride my bike around the island. I mean, it was spectacular. It was a very, very particular thing that I don't think will happen again.
That sounds beautiful and really awesome. And closing it out, and thank you for sharing that with me. I just want to, you inhabit and engulf every character that you do with so much energy and gusto and verve. Is there one character or one role that hasn't swung your way yet that you want to do?
I would love to play a musician at some point because I play music. So I think partly because, you know, there's acting where you're talking a lot and everybody's really always thinking that that's a lot of like playing Hamlet, talk for 4 hours. Or there's the type of actor that really listens well, and watching them listen and absorb information. I think of like Steve McQueen, who's an actor who used to like walk into a room, look around, check the last number that was dialed on the phone, put it down, feel the teapot, and then you'd see him put something together and he'd leave. You'd be like, that was incredible. You know, like I would love to play someone who communicates through music, you know, just somewhere in between those things.
Ooh, I'm looking forward to that. Well, that is my time, Peter, but thank you so much. I loved talking to you. This was great. And congratulations on the film.
Thank you.